Dialectic of direction and change. In the realm of business and professional communication, the willingness to follow a particular path with the courage to move in a different direction when necessary is called the dialectic of direction and change. In order for an organization to survive, it must commit to attentive response to the interplay of direction and change. Together, business and professional communication ethics and direction and change make creative responses to fluctuating market conditions possible. Clarity of direction and courage to change direction are two complementary communicative actions of business and professional communication ethics. The union of direction and change protects and promotes the goods of survival and competitiveness. This idea is countered by the unethical, which is an unwillingness or inability to change, and a hasty change that doesn't consider the reflective tradition. Change that is necessary requires an introduction, as well as capable leadership who are knowledgeable of mission and culture in order to be successful. Finally, an organization's character and identity are shaped by how they protect and promote their tradition and the need for change through leadership. Attentive responsiveness or reflection in change and leadership as they pertain to business and professional communication ethics goes beyond manners. It takes on a from-to approach, and it goes from the sole focus of the good of individuals to the promotion of goods in the workplace. This point is further demonstrated in the fallacy of agreement, which states that good is not situated in the self only. In other words, good cannot be qualified in a list, nor identified in, quote, I alone, and has little influence on public business and professional communication ethics accountability. On the other hand, the what, when, and how of a change in direction of an organization does impact accountability. Examining and communicating change increases accountability, both internally and externally. This requires ongoing learning about changing demands, responses, and identity of a business and professional communication setting and its actors. A public map showcasing the how and why of direction change gives an organization accountability. This map is most important during changes in direction. The goal for an organization is to keep the direction clear and responsive to change. When directions and change are not clear, they have negative consequences for the people within the organization, the consumers, and the marketplace overall. The bottom line for the dialectic of direction and change in business and professional communication ethics within an organization is to keep the direction clear and be responsive to change. In the late 1980s, GE bought RCA, which owned NBC, the network that hosted David Letterman's late night show. The upcoming video shows David Letterman trying to gain knowledge of the new owners and his new working culture after such an organizational change.
Phone the Daily Planet. Okay. You never know what you're in for when you get a brand new boss. So when General Electric bought this company, RCA and NBC, I thought I would drop by the General Electric building here in Midtown Manhattan, meet my new employers, kind of, get things off on the right foot. Watch what happened, won't you? Sometime last summer, it was announced that General Electric was going to be buying out and taking over the RCA Corporation. And, of course, RCA is the company that owns NBC. And, as you know, NBC is the company that I work for and the company that brings you all your favorite television programs. Well, sometime in August, I guess, the takeover will be complete. And we're all now getting a little curious as to what kind of effect it's going to have on NBC as we know it today, the programming, and I guess specifically, how is it going to influence me? And what I'm really trying to get at here is, am I going to have a job? So this is the General Electric building, and, I have a little gift, and we thought, what the heck, let's just drop in and, say hello, just see how it's going, and, they can't object to that, can they? Let me ring the bell here first before we go in. It's a pretty big building. It was built in 1931, and I believe it was originally the RCA building, and then later it became the General Electric building. Let me hit that bell again. Can we go in there? Yes, sir. We just wanted to drop off a little fruit basket and say hello to the folks on the board of directors. Can you hear me? Yes, ma'am. Hi, how are you?
I'm not sure you're able to do this.
Well, why not?
Because we haven't gotten the authorization.
Do you work for General Electric?
Yes, I do.
Are you on the board of directors?
No.
Oh. Well, what is your name?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no, come on. We just wanted to come over and say hello. We're going to be working together, and we want to get everything off on the right foot. We have this lovely basket of fruit. So do you mind if we come hi? What is your name?
We received the letter. Okay, but we didn't give authorization.
We just can't, you mean we need authorization to drop off a fruit basket? To drop off a fruit basket?
Yes, you need authorization.
Oh, this is going to be fun to work with these people, isn't it? To drop off a fruit basket, you need paperwork.
Give me a minute and I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Just a minute here. And then, what is your name?
Ramos, Orlando Ramos.
We're working together now.
That's nice.
How do you like working for GE?
That's good.
Are they nice people?
Good people, good people.
Are they mean to you at all?
Excuse me?
Are they ever mean to you?
No.
Good people. Christmas bonuses?
Good people.
We'll drop off the basket. Okay.
Authorization.
These are the people that we're going to be working with. Just go on in. I'll just go on in and see what happens. Hi, how are you? I'm Dave Letterman. Nice to meet you. What is your name?
I'm going to ask you to turn the cameras off, please.
Okay, we just wanted to drop off this basket of fruit. Is it
Cameras, please.
a gesture of goodwill?
Cut the cameras, please.
Director, how's it going to work out for us? I think you can say it's, still too early to tell for sure.
What you want, keep moving.
But we're kind of optimistic, and
Moving.
they did seem to enjoy that fruit basket. So we'll just have to wait and see. Something here. There you have it, my visit to General Electric. We actually got to know their security team, and it turns out they're pretty nice guys. They were just doing their job. I was just doing my job, and we'll probably be doing a lot of hunting and fishing together this summer. Now, by the way, one other thing you should keep in mind, that last blast from the bullhorn was not from General Electric. It was just some passing lunatic. Now, as you watched that, maybe you didn't realize that we got to see a glimpse of the official General Electric handshake. Hal, can we take a look at what the corporate handshake looks like? You can see it now. The security gentleman is about to shake. There you go. Now, let's take a look at the... Here it is in slow motion now. The General Electric corporate handshake. Get a good look at it because... Isolated episode, but later the gentleman was introducing himself to our director, Mr. Hal Gertner. Hal, show him that, and we'll see if we can't isolate the corporate handshake again from the folks at GE. Comes over. There's Hal. Nope. All right, let's take a look. Take a look at that one now. Again in slow motion. Here it is. The last time you see it on the show. The official General Electric corporate handshake. I don't think so. Okay.
Of course, this is a fun clip of a culture change, but it highlights Letterman's discomfort in the change. It highlights a lack of communication in the change initiative when GE bought RCA. It assumes that David Letterman was not aware of the impact this change would have on him. It illustrates a lack of public accountability, and it illustrates that change needs the how and why in order to be successful. A Harvard Business Review article, Culture Change That Sticks, Start with What's Already Working, highlights the success of Aetna as they changed their culture. The article presents 5 principles used to achieve successful culture change. First, match strategy and culture. Culture trumps strategy every time. The principle asks the question, why do we want to change our culture? This gives purpose and direction to change. The second principle, focus on a few critical shifts in behavior, recognizes that change is hard and asks, where do you start? Third, honor the strengths of your existing culture. This principle is a reminder that any corporate culture is a product of good intentions that evolved in unexpected ways and will have many strengths. 4, integrate formal and informal interventions. Whether formal or informal, interventions should do 2 things: reach people at an emotional level and tap rational self-interest. Examples of formal interventions include reporting structures, compensation and rewards, and internal communications. Examples of informal interventions include behavior modeling by senior leaders, peer-to-peer interactions and storytelling, and meaningful manager-employee connections. In conclusion, direction and change need to be clear. Direction and change protects and promotes the goods of survival and competitiveness. And finally, change requires an introduction, capable leadership, and knowledge of the culture in order to be successful.